Leo Sunny, good day. My name is Miranda Johsnon. I am a member of Foothill Community Church. I just wanted to start out with telling you a little bit about my testimony. So my journey with Christ began when I was a child. I was born into and eventually adopted into a family of Christ-fearing women who just brought me right alongside them to church to highlight their Bibles and listen to these stories about Jesus, which set a wonderful foundation for me. But honestly, my deep relationship with Christ did not grow until I was an adult, until I was a married mother of 3 at the time, and I just experienced life stressors and knew that there was a different way to live my life, and so I pursued the Lord and have never stopped ever since. Some of the driving verses in my life are 1 Corinthians 16:13 and also Psalms 127. So 1 Corinthians 16:13 says, "Be on guard, stand firm in faith, be courageous, be strong." And to me, that is my life verse, because at the end of the day, when we leave our doors every single morning, we don't know what God is going to lead us to. We don't know what circumstances or situations he's going to put us in, and that's not for us to know. God tells us all the time that we should cast our worries on him, and that's exactly what I believe we should do. But what I know that we can do as Christians is we can be deeply rooted in our faith and the word and our convictions and our values, so that whatever place we show up every day, whatever situation, whatever conversation, right, we can be strong in our convictions and know how to walk forward in those situations and be confident, and be strong and be courageous, and maybe even lean into some situations that would normally feel uncomfortable for other people. And then the second verse, which is Psalms 127, just essentially tells us that children are a gift from God. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And that leads me into what I'm going to talk about next, which is what the ministry that I feel that the Lord is calling me to. But ultimately, children are they're our next generation, right? They are the future leaders. They're the future pastors. They're the future principals. And so how we pour into them and how we love them and how we support them right now is foundational. And I don't take that lightly. I think it's super important. And I think that we should take that with some intentional purpose. And so at the end of the day, that's the ministry that the Lord's calling me to. Not simply just youth ministry, but particularly cultivating connections within our community, because I feel like the work that is being done in the lives of our youth isn't just confined to the 4 walls of the church. We do not work in silos. It's very important for us to create connections, because the work that teachers and principals and yard duties and social workers and foster parents are doing is so incredibly valuable. And so what would it be like if we could all work together? What would it be like if folks that are in those roles felt empowered to continue to do the work that they were doing? What would it be like if they felt affirmed that the work that they are doing is actually a call to ministry? And what if they understood that the showing up that they do each and every day, the listening, the believing, the advocating for those youth is actually holy work? Because I believe that it is. So my deepest desire and my deepest hope is to cultivate a ministry that is focused on community connectedness and internal transformation, to build networks of support around folks that are already serving the youth in our community, so that they feel seen and supported and equipped to continue doing the work that God has already called them to do, and so that they can do that with purpose and passion and hope.